It's 2026. In the United States, there are now 5 trims of Tesla's incredibly popular Model Y. What makes this lineup especially interesting is that, unlike previous years, you can clearly see the differences between the standard Model Y, the premium version, and the performance trim. While some features remain consistent across all models, others vary significantly depending on which version you choose. Some of those differences feel like upgrades, while others clearly feel like cost-cutting measures. To really understand what Tesla is offering, it helps to approach this as if you were a brand new buyer walking into a showroom today, trying to decide which Model Y makes the most sense. Starting with the most affordable option, the Model Y rear-wheel drive. This is Tesla's entry point into its electric crossover lineup. It's a 5-seat SUV with the familiar sleek silhouette that has made the Model Y one of the best-selling EVs in the country. From the front, you immediately notice Tesla's signature closed-off design. No traditional grille, because of course it's fully electric. The headlights are cleanly integrated into the bodywork, along with the blinkers and other lighting elements. It maintains that minimalist, aerodynamic look Tesla is known for. Opening the front trunk or frunk, you begin to see where some cost reductions come into play. Compared to previous generations, this frunk feels slightly smaller and made of harder, more basic plastic materials. You can see more of the internal structure, and the finish doesn't feel as refined as before. However, this is now the base model, and Tesla seems to be prioritizing affordability over premium touches in this trim. Interestingly, you can now hard close the frunk, something that wasn't previously possible, which may be seen as a practical improvement. The new 18-inch wheels are another talking point. They come with wheel covers that are clearly designed to stay on. In fact, they're quite difficult to remove, and once you see what's underneath, it makes sense why Tesla wants you to keep them installed. The underlying wheels aren't exactly the most attractive. Function over form seems to be the theme here, with aerodynamic efficiency likely taking priority over visual appeal. Technology remains a strong suit across the lineup. This Model Y includes around 7 cameras for Tesla's advanced driver assistance and full self-driving system. There are side cameras, cameras on the B-pillars, a newly added front bumper camera for this model year, a rear camera, and forward-facing cameras mounted near the windshield. From a hardware standpoint, even the base model is well equipped for autonomous features. The flush door handles remain a signature Tesla design element. You press your thumb on one side, pull from the other, and you're in. Around the back, the powered hatch opens smoothly. Unlike some higher trims, there's no light bar stretching across the rear, and the taillights are more traditional in design. The corners are slightly more rounded compared to other trims, but overall the rear maintains that clean Tesla look. The powered hatch can be opened and closed with the press of a button, adding to everyday convenience. Storage has always been one of the Model Y's strengths, and that continues here. In the rear cargo area, you get a large underfloor storage compartment, 2 side cubbies, and even a secondary underfloor section. The rear seats fold flat to create a massive pass-through space, making the Model Y incredibly versatile for hauling. Cargo, however, in this trim, you must manually pull levers from different sides to fold the seats down rather than using more advanced powered mechanisms. It's functional, but clearly less refined. In the second row, the seats are upholstered in textile material. They're comfortable enough and do recline slightly. Taller passengers may find their heads brushing the roofliner, especially since this version does not feature an exposed glass roof. From the outside, it may appear to have a glass roof, but inside, it's fully covered. Rear passengers get manual air vents into USB-C ports, which keeps things practical and modern. The interior design is minimalist to an extreme. Tesla has long been known for its simple cabins, but this may be the most stripped down yet. The center console includes an armrest with storage and cup holders, but there's also an open pass-through area that feels somewhat empty compared to previous models. Some buyers might actually prefer this cleaner look. Wireless phone chargers remain present beneath the center screen, preserving a key convenience feature. One of the biggest changes comes with seat adjustments. There are no traditional manual levers or switches on the side of the seat. Instead, you must use the touchscreen to adjust your seat position. It's a modern approach, integrated into Tesla's digital ecosystem. And settings can be saved to driver profiles linked to your key. However, it definitely requires some getting used to. In contrast, adjusting the steering wheel is done physically, via a lever, which feels almost surprising given Tesla's typical push toward digital controls. On the road, the differences become more noticeable. Immediately, you can feel that the suspension is tuned more toward affordability than luxury. There's a bit more bounce when shifting side to side, and you feel more of the road beneath you. Compared to previous generations, though, this new base model actually feels smoother and quieter overall. That's an improvement. However, road noise is more pronounced, likely due to single-pane windows rather than the dual-pane glass found in higher trims. Performance is another key distinction. Its rear-wheel drive version is the slowest Model Y currently available. It still delivers the instant torque characteristic of electric vehicles, and it's far from sluggish. Pressing the accelerator provides that immediate electric surge. But compared to dual-motor or performance versions, acceleration is more gradual. For everyday driving, it's more than adequate. For thrill seekers, it may feel tame. When it comes to driver assistance, Tesla has made an interesting decision. Basic autopilot is no longer included as standard. Instead, buyers get traffic-aware cruise control by default, and anything beyond that requires opting into full self-driving. It's essentially an all-or-nothing approach. However, the underlying hardware is the same, meaning this base model can perform autonomous functions just as well as the performance trim if the software is enabled. The sound system is another area where cost-cutting is evident. This trim includes only 7 speakers and no subwoofer. Audio quality is decent, but lacks the richness and depth of the premium system. For some buyers, this may not matter. For others who value immersive sound, it could be a deal-breaker. Ultimately, the base Model Y rear-wheel drive feels like a strategic repositioning by Tesla. It offers access to the Model Y platform at a lower price point while maintaining core strengths like spaciousness, technology, and electric efficiency. Yes, there are clear downgrades in materials, sound quality, suspension tuning, and certain convenience features. But there are also meaningful improvements over older generations, particularly in ride refinement and updated hardware. For a fresh buyer entering the market in 2026, the key question becomes, how much do these trade-offs matter? If your priority is simply owning a Tesla with access to advanced software, strong electric performance, and versatile cargo space, this base model delivers. If you're seeking maximum comfort, premium materials, booming audio, and blistering acceleration, the higher trims may be worth the extra cost. In many ways, this new lineup reflects Tesla's evolving strategy. The company is clearly trying to broaden its customer base by introducing more differentiation between trims. Instead of subtle feature adjustments, each version now feels distinct. The base model prioritizes accessibility and core functionality. The premium trim likely enhances comfort and technology. The performance version caters to driving enthusiasts. The Model Y continues to be one of the most compelling electric crossovers available. Even in its most affordable configuration, it retains the futuristic design, cutting-edge software, and everyday practicality that made it a hit in the first place. While it may not have all the bells and whistles of its higher-end siblings, it still represents a strong entry point into Tesla's